Do you have scale anxiety? This metal box is responsible for making grown women cry. There's so much angst around weighing ourselves. Often if we've had that diet mentality or our self-esteem has been based on that number on the scale, it can ruin our whole day. The truth of the matter is that scale anxiety is a real thing, and practically nobody is talking about it. So why would we even want to weigh ourselves in the first place? Weighing yourself, if we don't have so much emotion around it, can be a great tool to get a reality check as to where our weight is. If we're within a normal, healthy range, that will keep us from having other health-related problems. We want to get a check on it. However, those of us that have had years of diet mentality, maybe getting weighed in. I know years ago when I started my Weight Watchers journey, getting weighed in on that scale, it just brings so many uncomfortable memories, and it triggers this feeling of not enough. There's something wrong with me. I'm not enough. I need to deprive myself and beat myself up because the number on the scale is not going down. I've known people that are women that are actually thin. However, they get on the scale in the morning and the weight goes up a pound and it can ruin their whole day. So today we're going to tap on releasing scale anxiety so that you can be more detached from the number. You can make a choice whether or not you want to weigh yourself, and you don't have to base your self-esteem or ruin your whole day by the number on the scale. Hi, I'm Maria LiPuma, the creator of the Body Confidence Solution, where I help health-conscious women release excess weight naturally, enjoy food freedom, and step into their lives with more confidence and esteem. And today we're tapping on scale anxiety. So I'm going to put the scale down and we'll begin. If you're new to tapping, there's a link below that will give you a video that I'm sharing a video with you so that you can get a little bit more information about what tapping is. If you are a seasoned tapper, follow along. And if you're new to it, just open your mind and follow along with me. Taking responsibility for yourself and your well-being. I want you to just take a deep breath in and notice if that's true for you. Do you have scale anxiety? Do you feel triggered when you get on the scale? Do you feel obsessed with the scale at times? Or do you avoid the scale for years at a time because you don't want all of that stuff that comes along with it to come up for you? So the opportunity with tapping is that we can release a lot of the angst, we can release a lot of the limiting beliefs that keep us in this struggle with things. And, this inanimate object, right, this metal scale, can be the source of a lot of trigger. So we want to be empowered to make choices, not give our power to this metal scale. So be honest with yourself, check in with yourself. How do you feel about weighing yourself? And that can shift, right? Sometimes if the scale is going down, then you feel good about yourself. And sometimes that can even be a source of sabotaging you because it doesn't feel good to feel good. So we want to be curious about what your triggers are around the scale. Notice what comes up for you. And then you can start to unearth some limiting beliefs, some thoughts, feelings, and emotions that come up for you around the scale, and have more freedom. Freedom around the scale, freedom around whether or not you choose to weigh yourself, to maybe get a reality check about what's happening, and freedom to enjoy your day regardless of what the number on the scale says. So take a moment, tune in to how you feel about the scale, and you might have a lot of feelings around it. You don't have to identify one particular feeling. You might have mixed feelings, you might have memories that come up for you. Just allow it all. The point of tapping is that we want to release all of this stuff, and the way to release it is to first give voice to it, acknowledge that it's there, and then it can move through us, releasing all of these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, experiences that no longer serve us. So take a deep breath in and let it go. Another deep breath in and let it go. Tapping on the side of the hand. Take another deep breath in and let it go. You can move your head, wiggle your body a little bit. We want to get the energy flowing. Even though I have anxiety around the scale, I choose to accept myself with love and compassion. Even though the scale is a trigger for me for so many reasons, today I'm choosing to explore some of those reasons, and I accept myself in this process. Even though the scale is a big trigger for me, I choose to accept myself today with love, compassion, and curiosity. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Now, as we're tapping, thoughts, feelings, and emotions might arise. Let them flow through you. It's just energy, and energy wants to flow. As they flow through you, you can be freer. So tap the top of the head. All of this anxiety around weighing myself. My self-esteem has been so dependent at times on that number on the scale. I've judged myself and felt judged by others by how much I weigh. And even though I have anxiety around weighing myself, today I choose to accept myself and to release anxiety so that I can be freer to determine how I want to approach the scale, less judgmental about what that number is on the scale. All of this anxiety around weighing myself, the anticipation, should I weigh myself? Should I not weigh myself? How will I know what I'm doing, how it's going, if I don't measure my weight on the scale? I can't trust myself to determine if I'm doing the right thing unless I weigh myself to determine how things are going. And even though I've relied on the scale to tell me how I'm doing, today I'm choosing to take my power back, to start to acknowledge all of the wonderful things that I'm doing that align with my health and fitness and are not determined by a number on the scale. Take a deep breath in, let it go, and as you're tapping, I want you to tune into maybe a time when you weighed yourself or any other feelings that are coming up for you when you think about the scale. Maybe a time in your life where you were weighed. I remember as a child going to Weight Watchers, and they would weigh us and be rewarded for the weight going down, and feeling terrible if the weight stayed the same or went up, and then feeling like there's something wrong with me or my body. So tune into your experience with this and notice when you weigh yourself, does it trigger those feelings of not enough? Does it trigger those feelings of maybe there's something wrong with my body, or I'm not trying hard enough? Even though I have all of these limiting beliefs centered around the number on the scale, today I choose to acknowledge them and begin releasing them so that I can feel good about myself, regardless of what the number on the scale says, so that I can celebrate all of the efforts that I'm putting in to aligning with my health and fitness goals that may not show up on the scale. Today I'm choosing to release scale anxiety so that I can be freer and choose whether or not to weigh myself with all of those thoughts, feelings, and memories that get triggered when I think about the number on the scale. When I think about measuring my progress, I am enough, regardless of what the number on the scale says. My efforts are always good enough, regardless of what the number on the scale says. I choose to start approving of myself, supporting myself, and acknowledging myself. And as I strive to put healthy patterns, healthy habits into my life so that I could feel good, so that I can treat my body with love and respect, I choose to release scale anxiety and stop determining my enoughness based on the number on the scale. Take a deep breath in and let it go, and keep tapping and notice the thoughts and feelings and emotions that arise for you. Again, we want to shed light on all of those things that get triggered. It's a great opportunity to release the number on the scale, to release the thoughts, the feelings, and emotions that drive us to feel bad about ourselves. And take another deep breath in and let it go. I choose to embrace myself and my body today, regardless of what the scale says. I choose to start to treat my body with love and respect. I choose to engage in health-producing activities out of love and respect for my body. I choose to support myself. I choose to accept myself. It's safe and appropriate to let go of all of this anxiety around the scale, all of the thoughts, feelings, and beliefs that don't serve me or anyone else. Wouldn't it be nice to be neutral around the scale, not allow it to determine how I feel about myself. I'm grateful and appreciative that today I am releasing what no longer serves me, letting go of anxiety around the scale so that I have more freedom, so that I can remember that I am worthy and valuable, regardless of what that number on the scale says, that I can continue to support myself and cheer myself on as I make effort to do healthy things for myself. I'm valuable, I'm worthy, and today I'm caring about myself enough to take the time to release what no longer serves me or anyone else, so that I can be empowered to make choices and decisions based on my best interest and well-being. And tapping the top of the head, take a deep breath in, let it go. You can release your hands, shake out your arms. Drinking water with this process is wonderful. Tune into how you feel. Maybe this brought up a lot of feelings, thoughts, memories for you. You can journal, you can write those down. Keep tapping until you start to release this so that you can start to feel empowered and not give your power to a metal box. The scale is just a measurement, and sometimes we need to get a reality check. It's like when you go to the doctor, they measure you, and it needs to be a determination, not so much of your self-esteem, but we need to get an idea of where we're at sometimes, not as a tool to beat ourselves up. Sometimes we do need to, take steps to change things if the number on the scale is very big or very low. We need to come into a more healthy weight for our own well-being, but not to use the scale to determine how you feel. Because the truth is, if you're in a process of releasing excess weight, the scale is not always a good it doesn't always determine that, because the body fluctuates. And so you want to ultimately create a neutral way of occasionally checking in with yourself, with your body, but again, not giving too much power to it. So I hope this was helpful for you. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. I would love to hear your experience with the scale, and if this helped to neutralize or maybe even stir up some things that are ready to be released for you. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on it. So please let me know. And if you are struggling with emotional eating, I want to offer my free ebook to you. In the link in the thread below, I will put the link to my free ebook, 3 Essential Steps to Stop Emotional Eating, and that will help you to overcome emotional eating, have more peace around food, and give yourself more freedom so that you can align with your health and fitness goals. Thanks so much for watching today. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.